4-H Robotics and Wahkiakum High School invited Hilltop Aerial to share their drone business with the kids.
Our grandpa and our dad kind of created the idea to use this as kind of a safety aspect in the logging industry, and we kind of took it over. Kyler started in his sophomore year. I started my freshman year of college. I was actually going to school for sports business, sports management, and I kind of saw the opportunity to get into this drone business, and it was a lot of fun, and that business degree actually helped me a lot in kind of trying to run this business successfully, talking to people, giving presentations like this. Basically a lot of things in college kind of helped me do this, start this business, help with this business. Kyler, he kind of had his background of sales and everything like that, and we kind of just went into this and started this, and it's kind of become our baby, I guess, and it's been a lot of fun. I mean, who wouldn't have fun flying drones all the time? So I mean, we love what we do, everything in between.
My name's Kyler Stanley. This is Maddie Stanley. She's my sister. I'm 20, she's 23, and then this is Trevor Kent. He's our other guy. He's kind of our main builder. He's 24. This business kind of started my sophomore year of high school, so that'd be in, 2-3 years for some of you guys. And it was kind of my end to the logging industry. I really wanted to get into the logging industry, but you can't do that until you're 18. Go out, set chokers, pull rig, and any of that. With this, though, you can do basically the hardest job and make it really easy, because this drone pulls this synthetic rope, which is basically all the technology, but it pulls that down through the jaws, up through the other side, versus they'd have to pull this 3/8 cable. It's really heavy. They'd have to pull it all by hand, and take them, probably a 5,000 foot layout would probably take 2 days with 2 guys, and this will do it in about 25 minutes, 30 minutes. It cuts the time incredibly, but it's a family-owned company. It's me and my sister. We own it. Started sophomore year, and now me and her kind of made this Hilltop Aerial our business as of basically a year ago. It's our own business. We got about 40 of these out, clear up to the tippy top of Washington, down California, Texas, and we got one going to Chile now. So we're getting big. They got a 6-foot wingspan on them. They can lift about 30 pounds. Legally, you're bound to 55 pounds, including the weight of the drone. So that's counting the batteries and what you're picking up, 55 pounds. This drone weighs about 30 pounds. So that's about legally 25 pounds you can pick up, but it'll pick up more. Like I said,
This is mainly used for the logging industry, but we do use it for the fire and water rescue services. There is a drone out at Garibaldi Fire that has been in working condition for about a year now. They've saved about 7 lives with the drone. They will fly life jackets, life rings, life rafts, so you can actually pull a person in the water with these drones. You can put thermal imaging cameras on it for the fire and water rescue. You can also use it for agriculture. You can put a spray drone on the bottom where this battery plate would originally be, and basically put pesticides, water, anything liquid inside the spray tank to fly it over crop fields, spot different weeds, anything like that. And basically it's a really versatile drone that you can use it for just about anything that you could use it for, really. I mean,
we got a patent pending idea with the fire industry. We got a contract with Forest Grove Fire, and last year, I guess over 2 years ago, there was a lot of fires. There was fire everywhere, was burning up. So what we do is we take this it's called toy hose, and it's got a hole in it every 6 feet, and say this is your fire coming this way, and those grandstands are your trees. And you got a tree barrier, and it's burning through a clear cut or whatever, reprod, it's burning through that. We take this hose, and we plug one in, and we hook it to the bottom of the drone, and we'll string it up in the top of the trees, you know, over the grandstand, and that fire's coming this way. Then you charge this hose, and then it's like a big waterfall coming down. Then you got a fire break, so that fire can't get past that. Versus guys having to go dig hand lines, fall trees, you know, this is your eco way, I guess. You know, it's just a big waterfall, so that'll stop the fire.
How wide or width is that?
This is just complete straight down from,
But I mean, is it 300 foot?
oh, you can go 1,000, 2,000 feet, you know, however far you want or need.
Then how do you charge?
With a tanker. Yep. And you only need like, it's only about 80 pounds of pressure. It's not very much. You know, you could have a pickup pump, you know, pumping out of a creek, just anything really. Just enough to get the end of it, you know, all full, and then it's just a constant water stream down.
Is that part of your company?
Yep. Yep.
I don't know if you guys have heard of the game hog fire over kind of towards Tillamook, but we use the drone over there. We use the hose to fly. I think we flew 2,000 feet out. There was a hot spot that nobody could get to, and it was really burning up down there, and nobody could get to it because it was down in a creek where it was just a straight drop off, and we were able to fly the hose over that hot spot and basically charge the hose and get water onto that hot spot and put that hot spot out.
That must have been a pretty good length of hose to fly out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
This
That's
drone,
awesome.
You know, isn't a toy. Most people get drones, you know, like your little drone.
Yep.
It's to film, you know, to play around with. But this is a workhorse drone. This is what most people wouldn't put $30,000 into the air to do what we do. But, you know, we got a lot of loggers in our family, so they like to do crazy stuff. So that's why we've got it so far. No one would strap a chainsaw into it and fly out 3,000 feet.
These go for 32,500, and
What's their, how long do they fly and stay in the air?
About 30 minutes.
yep.
30 minutes fly time?
Yeah, which, you know, people say, oh, 30 minutes isn't that far, but you can get out 5,000 feet of rope in 5 minutes. So you got 25 minutes more work, and you can pack a saw 3,000 feet on top of that.
How far would that go? So
About
it's supposed to be line of sight, right?
yeah, line of sight, so it's depending. The range on it, I think, is 7 miles with the light bridge, and then our newer system, I think you got what?
10 miles.
10 miles with our newer system. We got another system. This is,
There's a lot of thermal imaging on
nope, this is mainly just a packing drone. That's what we strive in. That's kind of where we've gotten our name from. Just
it.
the
Is that
work.
what the emergency crews like?
The thermal imaging, yes.
Yeah.
Yep, and that's what we've packaged with them is a thermal imaging camera, because you can take these drones up above the water and put a thermal imaging camera on it, and it'll basically give you live feed on what kind of heat signatures are in the water. So it'll pick up that heat signature in the water. If it's dark, if it's kind of gloomy out, if you can't really see what's in the water, it will pick that heat signature up, and it'll find that person a lot quicker in the water.
How do you recommend getting your Part 107?
YouTube.
Just YouTube?
Yep, you YouTube it. You take practice tests online, and then you find your nearest commercial airport, and you go in, and it's a proctored test. Someone stands behind you, video, you know, all that. You don't get any notes, but you go in, you learn nothing about drones. You learn about airspaces, how to read like those weathers, just a lot of things about planes basically. Nothing about drones is in the Part 107.
Primarily using for?
Well, they have to string haywire. It comes in 250-foot sections. It's about 150 pounds of oil, something like that. It's really heavy, and they got to string it down, up, over logs. You know, it's really dangerous. They gotta
And you have to string it straight,
yeah,
too.
straight line. If your sidewasher or anything will get hung up in the yard, it can't pick it up. So that's where this rope, right here. This is a synthetic rope. It's got the same breaking strength as haywire. This rope hooks to the bottom of the drone, and this becomes your new haywire. It's light. Drone can pack it 5,000 feet in 20 minutes versus what it takes 2 guys, 2 days, 3 days. You know, long layout, hard layout. You can't really explain how long the layout takes, but if you're stringing through that timber right there, 5,000 feet, most likely not going to be straight. Because you got to do a ribbon line first, then string your haywire. You know, it's a long step where this just deletes everything. It makes it a lot quicker. You save a lot more money, get the log quicker. That's what loggers like to hear. More money.
Here's a question here.
What is this?
Is it easy to spot in the sky because it's big?
Yep.
Yes.
And then we like to fly in the morning because that's there's stable and unstable air. Stable air is on a hot summer day, no wind, no nothing, and that's when your drone will be the weakest. You want unstable air in the mornings where you got a little bit of fog, maybe a little bit of moisture, and that's where that drone can pick up more.
color is front and one color is back, so you know direction.
And the thing about your drone that you have, it controls the same as this one.
Okay.
Yep. You guys want to see it fly?
Yes.
Pretty simple to fly. I just have my high school diploma, and this is what I've been doing since sophomore year, since I was 16. This is our main thing that we do. We take this rope, swing it in a straight line.
And then they pull the cable.
Yeah, this rope will pull the cable.
This rope has a 7,500-pound breaking strength.
Wow. Yeah, I can see where they like to get the yard or
Yeah.
get it set up.
Alright, this is just a short snippet. That's 200 feet right there. That's one section.
And imagine if you're in a hole of timber right there. You can see that rope that's hanging down there. He'll just kind of lower it down, and then he'll drop that rope. There's a release on his remote that'll drop that rope down to the ground to the person at the end of the tail hole.
And the cool thing about this is I can let go of the controller and it'll stay in its exact spot. And we got a release on the bottom of it, which is just this switch. If you watch the drone, when I flip that switch, it'll release and it's down.
So then the logger just sits there and pulls the string in, and it pulls threads
Yep, so
the wire
basically
through.
this rope, you'll connect this end of the rope to haywire.
Yeah.
And then they'll use the yarder to actually
the yarder
pull
pull-
that
okay.
rope around
Gotcha.
with the haywire connected.
Pretty stable in this air.
Yep.
Now, what about when you get into some of those canyons? It's got to get a little bumpy ride once in a while, isn't it?
Well, that's where we come into play. You know, it's just, you got to do it, so you go.
This drone also has it has automatically correct. I don't know what the exact word is, but it corrects as the wind blows on it.
If you watch, if you look at the drone right now, the wind's blowing. It's kind of leaning a little bit to the right. It's flying into the wind to maintain its position for me. It can go up to 30 miles. And then our new one, we can get up to that. It's just got a different flight. This has the stuff holding it back so they can't reach max power. With our new one, we can reach max power. Spent a lot of time with it. Yeah. That's all about 47 pounds. A lot of people have to pack that, 3,000 feet back to the tail hold, and then some can do that for you. So all you got to do is go. It's got power. This is just a release on the bottom of it.
A big thanks to Hilltop Aerial for coming. Mason's smile is priceless and speaks for us all.